Hello, hello. I had to jump on so I could say Happy Mother's Day to Joanna before she had to go off. Like her, I don't know how long we're gonna stay on. I just wanted to do a little catch up. Wish you all a very happy Mother's Day. Tell you how you guys got me through the toughest week of my life in a very long time. Um, all the love, support, well wishes, prayers were definitely felt, and I know that that is a large part of why Brock is home with us, which I'm very happy. And I hope his rehabbing is going to go well. He's doing pretty good so far. But did anybody do anything fun for Mother's Day? Say hi to people. We've got Kendra, Chris, Tammy, Joanna, Cindy, Georgina, Brandy's in the house. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Happy Mother's Day, Miranda and Beth. Thanks, Beth. I'm not kidding when I say I really don't know how I would have gotten through this past week without our community. You guys are some pretty strong prayer warriors, and I'm so happy to have you guys on my side. But I just wanted to pop on and see how everybody was, what's been going on. You sorted beads today, Chris. Me too. Same girl, same. I did. My youngest bought me flowers and then rapidly called his father and said, "Don't buy mom flowers. Flowers are my thing." But instead, my hubby got me a planter's box, like one that sits up, a cedar one. So that was fun. Oh, happy birthday, Miranda. Aw, happy lunch with your friends. That was probably so much fun. Yeah, my oldest says my present's late. And then, my daughter, she gave me my grandbaby. So she gets a pass because it's her first Mother's Day. So, and we were supposed to be there with them until everything happened. But yeah. So, hi, Gina. Happy Mother's Day. How you doing, hon? I hope you're doing good. Just know that you are in my thoughts and prayers, as is the rest of your family, sweetie. There's just been a lot going on this week with everybody. I hated that we missed 2 lives, and that I don't know. I just missed you guys so much. It was a big week, a long week. He was hit maybe 100, 120 yards from our front door. Took the cops over an hour to contact us, and then we got to the hospital and were told that the police were back with him and we weren't allowed back because family had been aggressive at the scene, which is not at all true. We were driving out of the neighborhood on our way to the hospital. We saw all the cops. It hit us. Oh my gosh. Was this where things happened? And we saw his bike on the sidewalk in a 90-degree angle. I'm not going to cry. So my husband got out of the car and he walked over and just said, "Is this the accident scene for my son Brock?" And they said yes. And he asked where he was, and they said he's on the way to the hospital. And he said, "Okay," and turned around to go back to the car. Turned back one time real quick when he realized the guy sitting on the curb is the one that hit him. Like, took a big deep breath, turned around and got back in the car. Years ago, it would have been a completely different story. But yeah, it was scary. We got there, wasn't happy. Yeah, there'll be some phone calls made on Monday because they left us out in the waiting room for ever, over an hour. And then they came out and said, "Oh, your son ran a stop sign." That's not my son at all. And I told the cop that, and I said, "No, my son doesn't do stuff like that. He's too safe when he's on his bike, and not safe enough to have worn a helmet. Now, was he?" which I didn't even know he hadn't worn a helmet. So thanks. That's how we found out. Steve's baby sister, Danielle, met us at the hospital. She was the one that kept going up to the desk asking when we were going to be allowed to go back, things like that. She's in the medical field, so that made it easier. She was able to like figure things out. And then because we waited so long, they went ahead and let her come back with us because normally they only let 2 back. And when it came time to clean his wounds, I don't know what I would have done without her there because she stayed with him because I couldn't watch it. So it was a very long thing. He was in the hospital for 6.5 days. I came home for a couple of hours to shower and went back. It was pretty much at the hospital the entire time with him. So it's a very scary situation. Hug your littles, even if they're not littles anymore. Every opportunity that you get, make sure you tell them that you love them every chance that you get. You just never know. And I know that we were very lucky. I know that. I know we were very lucky. So there's a long rehab to go through. He has several broken ribs. He fractured his ankle so bad that they had to do surgery and use plates and screws to reconstruct it. He had road rash and stuff all over his face, almost his entire side down. He was wearing shorts and a t-shirt, so that's why so it was hard. And then my husband went to the hospital and calls me and says, oh yeah, they just threw his bike and his glasses and headphones, which his glasses and headphones were in a paper bag marked evidence. And they just threw it over by our garbage can by our house. So I don't know. There are so many police officers. I give police officers, veterans, teachers, nurses, they all get a discount on any part of any business I'm part of. So whether it's the puppies or my jewelry, whatever it is, they always get a discount. And so it makes me sad when I run into some that just forget that people are human, they're fallible, and that it's probably not great to make a sarcastic comment like that to a mama who found out her son had been hit almost 2.5 hours ago by this point. And so, yes, I'm so glad, Gina. Yeah, I'm so glad you got to tell him that you love him. Yeah, I have a similar thing like when my mom was right before my mom passed. She passed from COVID, but it's because she was in kidney failure, getting dialysis at home 3 times a day, everything else. You would have known it to look at her, but I went to Oregon to visit and we stopped at Walmart to grab a couple things that I forgot to pack. And I saw this wreath that I knew my mom would love for her door. And so I said so. I grabbed it and we left. And the plan was we were going to take it to her a couple days later when we went to visit. And my sister and I both looked at each other like at the exact same moment. And we're like, let's just drop it off. And I'm very thankful because that's the last time I saw my mom. So I've never been happier or more thankful for a $15 Walmart wreath in my life. But yeah, everybody just needs to hug their loved ones. I think that the time we're living in, there isn't a lot of like connectiveness. There's not the gathering. Friendships are broken up because lifetime friendships end because of politics or whatever else. And it's just so silly to me. And I so wish that they could take a peek into our community and see how strong and capable we are when we have others to help us and to be there with us and to lift us up. And you guys, multiple of you called and or messaged, couple called. Throughout the entire week, I was getting messages asking for updates about him, which I so appreciated. There were times that I just sat there watching other lives because, well, watching my son sleep, but having videos on in the background, and it kept me from going crazy. So it's just amazing. And like I said, I wish that the world could just take a peek into our little community and see how all of us from completely different walks of life get along and support each other. And we just all need to remember that that should come first, and that personal relationships need to be the top priority, and they shouldn't be ending over fickle times, because it's 4 years. And then everything changes in politics again. So we just need to be good. But I did want, enough about this, let's go on and be happy. I did want to tell you guys a little story about some pieces I made. I posted a video earlier. I've been doing the scoops for Thunder Horse Descendants. And in one of the scoops, I got these crystals. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Oh, Leanna, yeah. Oh, my other two kids are like, I don't ever want Brock riding a bike again. So it's just been, yeah, I don't know. Exactly, Barbara. Exactly. And you know what? I would even go a little bit further and saying, even if it doesn't come back to you, you know that you invested in other people because that was your priority. And you do so probably even if someone told you it wasn't going to come back to you. I'm sure you would still put it in, Barbara, because it's just how it is. But anyways, in one of the scoops bag, there was this baggie of crystals, and I like to call it like it's like a brownish purple. And I hope you guys like know what I'm talking about, where it's like so dark purple. Yeah. Yeah, Leanna, thank goodness. Yeah, Gina, I didn't want to say, Gina, I didn't know if you wanted to share that. And so that's why I kind of just left it a little vague for you, sweetie. I don't ever want to pass on news that one of you guys share with me privately. So I didn't just want to, yeah, I didn't just want to put your business out there if you weren't ready to share yourself. So yeah, if everybody wouldn't mind, keeping Gina and her family in their thoughts and prayers, that would be amazing. So, anyways, I got these crystals and they have AV coating, and you know how I feel about it. And I didn't think this was going to be an AV that I was okay with and whatever else. And I did not know what I was going to do with it, but it was like the last thing I thought I'd ever design with. I figured it was going to be something that either went in a pile of the AD beads that I'm not fond of, that I either donate or send to friends who love it. And then I remembered that I had these bicones from the Cherry Blossom Sam's bead box from a couple months ago that I didn't use, and they were that fuchsia with the gold wash. And I put it together, and it did basically what I like to call the beads jumping on the strand, which also happened with a necklace for the first nurse that we had the first 3 days. All of the nurses got a piece of some kind of jewelry. And because it was Nurses Week, when it was time to go home, I passed out bracelets to the rest of the trauma nurses that were on the floor. But the first nurse that we had for the first 3 days was amazing. And they do 12 hours, like, so it's 7 to 7. which I was so thankful for, because multiple shift changes that are shorter than that can sometimes be very stressful, because it's almost like you feel like you're starting over, and it's like a groundhog's day, because every shift has to figure out, what happened and everything else. And so she was amazing, because my son has ASD. He has autism. He's on the spectrum. Autistic spectrum disorder is what it stands for, or neurodivergent, which means he doesn't react to things what is considered normal, which I don't like that word. I don't want to be normal. Normal is boring. But anyway, so and she did so good at navigating, because he doesn't feel the pain the same way. So he'd be like, "Oh, my pain's only like a 5," and then, so I don't know that I want another dose of pain meds, and then 2-3 hours go by and he's shaking uncontrollably, and I'm like, "Son, it's because you're in pain." He's like, "But it doesn't feel that bad," and I'm like, "I know, Bubba. There are certain pains he feels like any of us, and other ones that he doesn't, but his body still has the reaction, even though he doesn't always feel it." So she did very good at navigating the fact that allowing him to speak for himself, but also like considering what I was saying, and my son did too, and he wasn't upset about it, but she just did so good. She made it completely natural, whatever else. So I made her a necklace. It was going to be a bracelet, but again, the beads just jumped on the string, and that's what it was like with this necklace that I made. And look, I'll take you down and show it to you. And it's funny because I don't know why I'd say that I wouldn't normally make with this, but it came out so pretty. And it's just the little crystals, and their bead cap with the little gold bead caps, and then there's just a gold spacer ball and a bicone throughout. And then I'm almost positive that I got this from Beadbox Bargains. I have 2 of them. It's actually supposed to be a button, but the shank is up at the top, not in the center. So I love how simple and elegant it looks. That you would have never known that I had problem trying to design with these, but without the AB coating, they're like a purplish brown. And actually, one of my favorite check glass colors, the Preciosa, are the brown berry. They're like a really dark purple that are kind of brown. So I made this necklace with them first, and as you know, I like to put chain around the back of my neck, but I did include a very long, you can't see it that way, a very long, oh, am I going to remember what this is called? To extend the length, extender chain. And I put a hematite gold plated rose on it, because I love the moment, the drama, whenever you have something like hanging down your back, if your back is exposed. I love the look. I think it's very sexy, and they see it as you're coming and going, and it's a whole moment, and I love it. And then I made some earrings with just one of the crystals, and again, one of the hematite roses underneath. And then I also made this bracelet. I had this little glass tube bead that came in one of my scoops, and then just continued it. And then I made this one with the brown berry seed beads and the like light purple beads that I used on the striped wire weaving. And then I knew I had these purple check glass turtles that had the gold wash over it. So that's the focal on this bracelet. And it just I just loved it. So the reason I'm going over this, though I do have a video for it, is I know that there are times that we get a bead box and we're like, what am I going to do with this? I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't like these beads. What I'm going to do. I'm not going to lie. I kind of had that moment in the bargain bead box April showers because it all seemed to just be clear crystals in various shapes and they all had AB coating. And I was like, what am I going to do with these? And so I know we all get there, but I wanted to share because now I want more of these beads because after I put these together, I found this boho bead that has the like darker purple in it as well. That would look beautiful, but I only have 4 of the crystals left now, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but yeah, it's pretty. So I would just encourage you to go ahead and give yourself a little bit of a challenge. Try to figure out because even if it's something you might not like, excuse me, you never know. There could be a customer that likes it, somebody that likes that color, somebody that will see it and just be blown away by it. So I don't know why my camera's over here so far. Oh, because the light. Sorry. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Here, I'm gonna take you guys off there real quick while I move my thing back so that you guys don't all get sick because I'm trying to straighten out my camera. No, you need to go that way. I don't know why my light got moved. Okay, there we go. I just didn't want you guys like getting seasick because I'm moving my camera because I get car sick, seasick, whatever. When people do that a lot. So I'm trying. So, okay. And then what was I saying? Yeah, I would just say that it's a good thing. Like the scoops that Randy's doing. It's a good stash builder, but it's also a good exercise of your creative skills because you've got to try to figure out how to work with it. And I know that you guys like any of you watched the kid version of the scoops, you saw I made a gazillion different bracelets and a couple of necklaces with that, and then it came to this and I made the 2 bracelets, the necklace, a pair of earrings. I made this. This was not in the scoops. I actually purchased this separately, but and these little spacers, which I like to call oil slick. I got the term from from Kelly's Bead Boutique because it's the same when you see oil on the ground or mixed with water, that like purple and brown and gold and blue. I had those spacers, which I also got from Randy. And then I just made my little connector loops that I really like. I made my own jump rings, so all of the metals matched. And I had a lot of fun with it. I also had these glass pearls and this amethyst chunk. And I just did a knotted bracelet, but in between I just did 3 daisy spacers. So I got a lot and I have a lot left. And I actually have some new ones over here. I got home and I got my Sam's bead box, my bargain bead box, my latest order from Randy, which also includes scoops. I have my dollar bead box I haven't unboxed yet. So I'm trying not to like hit you guys with all of the unboxings all at once. And still have content in between. So I hope that I'm slowly getting caught up with everything. And everything is being dropped off at the post office first thing in the morning. All of your guys' orders. Thank you so much for being so understanding. There could have been people that were like, nope, I need my order now. And I would have come home and packed them and shipped them out. Steve was an amazing help. He went down and pulled all of the orders for me with Bernie so that I didn't have to leave the hospital, but they were here waiting and ready for me when I got home. on Thursday night, and we just barely missed the cutoff Saturday morning. We like separated and boxed up all of the orders, some Friday night, some Saturday morning, and we just barely missed the cutoff. Otherwise, they would have gone out on Saturday, but they're on their way to you guys very soon. We are doing a live sale on Wednesday. I actually got a text message from Bernie, and he was like, well, you're going to have to come down and see me because I've missed you, and I have 10 new boxes of beads. So I need to know what to put out on the floor and what not to put out on the floor. And then he proceeded to send me 2 pictures of all of the gorgeous crystals in a whole bunch of different colors. So it'll be fun. But what I thought we could do, and I'll probably cover this more in a separate video or not, but another thing that Randy does is she does what she calls the Found Objects Challenge. And what it is she sends you a little packet of goodies along with the instructions for how it works and what's up for grabs. It's $50 worth of beading goodness from the Taylor Falls Bead Store, a beading book, free entry into the next month's challenge. So you get these, and it's inspired by Jewelry Makers, Design Book, and Alchemy of Found Objects by Durin Mentok. It's $9.30, and it's just a treasure trove waiting to be transformed into art. You join their Facebook group for updates and to share your jewelry. The challenge is embrace the opportunity to expand your design skills. You can use anything from your stash. You don't have to make jewelry. We just need to be able to identify at least one item from your bag in your finished product. Complete one project. More items are encouraged, but not required. Get creative, make it cool and fun. Take time to explore, research, and plan your design. Tune into Morning Coffee Live for discussions and inspirations. And capture your bead selection with the photo of what you receive. Sketch your designs in your design book. That's optional. And then share your progress and stories in the Thunder Horse Descendants Facebook group. That is also optional. The requirements to gain entry into the ducky race, which I'll explain in a minute, is these are the 3 things that are important. You have to share at least 3 photos in the Thunder Horse Facebook group. Picture number 1 is what you received in your bag. Photo 2 and 3 or more are pictures of your items you made with the bag. Additional photos are welcome but not required. You use the hashtag Found Objects Challenge and tag at Randy Brown in your post. And you can do it in the group. Support fellow participants by leaving comments on their posts. And the winner will be drawn at random via a ducky race for a chance to win the prize. You can watch it live on YouTube, and you don't have to be present to win. And so anybody who completes all of the requirements get a little ducky, and then you see all these duckies go racing by. And whoever's duck wins is the one who wins the $50 and the book. And there is a due date. So the one for the May Found Objects Challenge is June 8th at midnight. And then the ducky race will be 2 days later on the 10th at 7 Central Time. And you just go from there. So this is a lot of fun. Again, it's something that stretches your imagination. I have fun doing it. This is only my second official time because the first couple I forgot to post pictures. But the packet is $9.30. And so it just goes out to you. And she always posts like the cutest little thing. Her thank you cards in every order, you guys. Not only the cards themselves are nice and of like amazing quality. Like The envelopes are too. They're like double layered with like foil on them, so she doesn't cheap out. And this is the way that she does marketing. She does this and asks people to share and tag, and then people get interested. Like if none of you have done it before, go ahead and you can order this at any time. If you think you might want things from her bead drop, I'd wait till tomorrow morning so that it's all under one shipment. But oh, and the scoops. Oh, the scoops are also done in the morning, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. And what she does is she does a scoop out of the big tub. There's a big one's $20 and the small one is $10. And she does the scoop live, and then she kind of like goes through it, not every piece by piece, but it's kind of fun, and it's generally more than what it seems like it might be in person. But so this is my found objects challenge. Let's see what I have to work with this month. Well, I seem to have seashells, which will be fun. Ooh, these are double drilled. I have never had double drilled shells before. That's interesting. And I go and throw it on the floor. So these are double drilled, and right now the name is escaping me. But these are double drilled. The other shells are not, but it looks like they're drilled from the top down, which I love because they're much easier to string than the ones that are drilled in the middle of the actual shell itself. Those can be so hard to string. These string up very nice and make it easy to do more of like a shell chain. So that's good. Then I have some seashell beads, both in like the faux turquoise and in metal. So that'll be fun. These are 2 wood tab pendants or earrings. These would look really good. Okay, where are your scissors? Ugh, these little packets are that's the only thing about the scoops, is that you get a whole bunch of these that have to be cut off. But these are really pretty. These would be an awesome pair of earrings. Even put the shells up above. Oh, I guess all of them aren't double drilled because these are cowrie shells. Thank you, Leanna. I appreciate you, girl. But this could be cute, just having this like a bigger one up above it. Easy pair of earrings. Or you could put one of the charms and just like dangle it in front of the wood. That could also be cute. Then there are, I'm not sure, I'm guessing that these are shell beads. Whatever they are, they're absolutely gorgeous. Come on, go away. Thank you. They're so pretty. And they're so soft feeling. I love matte beads. This one's going to be easy to design with, everybody. Then I have this check glass, black check glass beads. I guess these are 10 by 6, 10 by 8, not sure. I have some white wooden beads, which will be fun to throw in. Oh my gosh, these are the best. Oh, I'm such a dork, but look at the pineapples. And I have 2 of them. These would be like perfect for in the center on either side of like whatever you decide to use for your focal bead. Hi, Rosanna. How'd you do? I hope today was better than yesterday, although you did pretty good yesterday too. Beth was at a festival this weekend and she had a booth set up. I hope you did well. We're just going over my found objects challenge items. So I cannot get over these. I just might have to reach out to Randy and be like, if you have any more of these in your stash, please sell them to me. Don't put them in the scoops bucket, because these are stunning. And like the brown like dots and stuff are what making me think that it's like not this specifically, but the coloring is much the same. kind of like the Shiva beads. These would go beautiful with this. And I have some of the other ones I did. Okay, and then there's this little pendant. Just this like little mandala pendant. It is two-sided. It kind of reminds me of pewter. I don't think it is in fact pewter, but it's that like dark, almost gunmetal gray color, which is pretty. I could see myself using these with this. And maybe just to kind of break up the dark colors, because I can use these pink ceramic beads in with the black. I have some really cool, I have a ton of gunmetal bead caps. That could make a really pretty necklace. Anybody else have any ideas? I'm open to suggestions. Not as good as yesterday, but was happy with it. Not bad. $800 for the first time you've been at that festival. That's nice. If you have a problem, if you have trouble pricing things, go and check out Rosanna's channel, because she did here, I'm gonna go find it real quick, because she did a video where she priced her stuff on Friday. Hold on, let me see if I can find it so that I can just, oh, I put roses twice. Okay, just one. All right, let's see. Where is she? Why is it not coming up? I'm just getting all. Anyways, you guys, she put up a video the other day. I don't know why it's not. I've never had a problem pulling up her stuff. So here we go. Okay. So if I'm correct, Rosanna, it was on Friday, right? That you did it? I'm pretty sure. Painting. Let's see here. It was a live. Let's do some pricing. Here it is. Found it. Okay, go back over. Here is, that is a video where she goes over and discusses how she does pricing. It's kind of made me think about like changing mine up like hers. But I did encourage her, and I would any of you, to make sure that you're actually charging your worth, which is like the number of years you've been doing it. Your ability to sell your items at a good price. All of that gets broken down into what your hourly rate should be. And don't undervalue yourself. You need to be charging for your time, not just a strict multiplier of the supplies you use to make something, because sometimes one will have, you may not use a lot of items, but it's very labor intensive and takes a long time to do it. So you got to make sure that you're charging for all of that. But I'm excited. Does anybody have any suggestions? It's funny because remember how I was upset because I only had 4 crystals left? Look at that. Here, I'm looking for my little H tray from Brandy. I'll show you up close so that you can see. You see how close the pink is? So now that it's next to this, it's pulling out more of the pink. Whereas when it was by the purple, it was pulling out the, come on, hello, come on. I have to have the lights on for you guys to be able to see better. There we go. So I have 4 of these left, and there is 6 of the ceramic beads. So if I did ceramic, crystal, ceramic, crystal, ceramic, I could use those. I would just need to play around. And like I'm sitting here, these came out of a Facebook Marketplace thing. It was a lady who bid and sold contents of like abandoned or unpaid storage units. And I love the purpley copper color, so those will go really good with this. So I should be able to have some fun. I already have ideas percolating, but if anybody has any, does anybody else participate in the Found Objects channel or challenge that Randy puts out? If you don't, it's fun. She recently raised the value of the items within it as well as the price a little bit, and I'll tell you, I appreciate it more now with these items in it. So it's a lot of fun. And it's kind of like scoops. It's just a random assortment of beads that you then design with. These pineapples are killing me. I'm loving them. Those are so pretty. Even if you just put one on either side of like a black, one of these black beads, that would be beautiful. I've been using a lot of like I have been mixing the bronze wire and gold together. I really like that color combination. It's just they play off each other very well. I also like to use rose gold with that as well. Not saying that silver wouldn't go well with the antique bronze, but I just have a thing. And then I might even be able to pull in a few more of these turtles. When I found these, I bought so many of them. It's ridiculous. So they're cute. Rosanna, just because you missed it, all orders are going out first thing tomorrow morning. Hubby already has them ready to go. We missed the like drop off at the post office by like 12 minutes. He thought that it was 4 o'clock and it was in fact 2 o'clock. So I'm sorry for the delay. Again, thank you so much for understanding, everybody. And everything will go out. And we streamlined it a little bit between the last sale and the one before it. And now we're hoping I'm going in on Monday. So Cindy, if you're not busy, hey girl, hey, we could go. You could help pick out what we're going to sell. And I'm hoping that I will literally be able to like create invoices, pull orders, and get things in the bale much faster. I am new at this. This will only be my 4th sale. So I try to improve a little bit every time. If there's anything that you guys would like to suggest or would like to see change, would be great. I think Cindy's down. All right, girl. I will call you because we got to go. Like I said, Bernie said he needs to see me because he has 10 new boxes of beads. So, question for everybody. What would you guys think of us showing off pendants? Like if we he just did that whole buyout of the woman's collection over like 50 years of jewelry making. So he has a bunch of gorgeous pendants. Would you guys be down for like putting out different pendants and you could pick them? Is that something you guys would be interested in, or do you on a live sale prefer to just get not just, but to get beads? Also, what would you guys think about adding in bead caps and or spacer beads? If there's anything specific that you guys are looking for, please let me know. The split strands did very well, so we will definitely be doing that again. So I was planning on wood beads, pearls, and turquoise. Now that you can split a strand, I figured it would be easier for folks to get like because he's got some crazy good turquoise, you guys. It's just good. I don't know how else to put it. His chip beads and stuff are so centrally drilled and stacked so nicely together. And they have such a vibrant color to them. I think you guys would be very excited. All right, Barbara, sounds good. I thought I had a strand of turquoise beads right here, but some stuff got moved this past week because my hubby came in and like straightened some stuff up while I was at the hospital, because he's amazing. So I don't see it right here. But all right, if people like the pendants, that's great. If anybody has any other suggestions, please, you can just email me or message me. If you're not part of the Beading Besties Facebook group, please join. It is an amazing community. It doesn't belong to any one person. It's for everybody. We did just get started, but the goal for Beading Besties is to allow you guys the opportunity to either virtually or in person set up beading dates with others in our community. There is a group chat for every state. That doesn't mean there's more than one person yet. We're building it, but it's slow. But originally, yes, I did start my background, but it's not quite finished. Yeah, we started. He put those up, not exactly where I wanted them, but that's okay because he's amazing. And I love that he needed a project. He doesn't do well with hospitals. So I love him dearly. And he was like, I knew that there, because what I want is I have a big central like piece that I'm going to be able to store or put up in the middle. And then I want those like all around them. And then I just want like all the different crystals that I have, like all stacked up and around, kind of like a rainbow behind me. But yeah. Oh, Beth, I'm sorry. I hate when that happens. Your phone wouldn't let you back in. No fun. But yeah, if anybody has any suggestions or personal, like there's something you guys really want to see, please let me know. Oh, the group. That's what we were talking about. Heather, we moved on from the request. So I already set up a group chat for each state. So if you belong to a state and you go into the beading, or you live in a state, which I would hope you do. Oh, and there's also U.S. territories. There's also a U.S. territories group for Puerto Rico and other areas that aren't a state. But I'm hoping that you guys will be able to meet people around or be encouraged by that group to start some of your own like group chat within Beading Besties. And then you guys can just, jump on virtually over Facebook Messenger, because you can set those up directly from the chat. So if there's like 3 of you in the California chat and you guys want to start a like video thing, you guys set up a date. All you do is start it, and then as people will get a notification, and then they can join. And then you guys can show off your mats, show off pieces you're making, maybe get some advice on a piece. Maybe you're stuck creatively and you need some help. It will be great. Okay, great. Rosanna, good to know. Thank you. I have heard of Amber's. He's got tons. Barbara, if you were the one who asked about that, I think I messaged you, but if not, I will go back and check in case it was somebody else. I will get you pictures and prices of the amber. Not a problem, Barbara. Sorry, Brandy's right underneath you. So, shows what I posted up was that. Oh, hi, Donna. I didn't see you come in. Hi, hon. Also, just so, I just completely lost my train of thought. I have no idea what I was going to say. Anyways, I hope that you guys are enjoying the community. I'm so glad to see you guys pop on and come and spend a little bit of your time. Aww. Sweet, sweet. Yes, Rosanna, you should relax and chill. Aw, thank you, Quitting Time. I cannot remember your name, but thank you for joining us. Sometimes it's hard to keep track of everybody. Also, if any of you guys would be willing to do so, I need some guests for Beading Besties so we can do it again. Jody is going to be on next Sunday. That's already set up and on the date. It's the 18th. I have her on the show next weekend, and then I'm trying to put together a good time. Oh, that's awesome, Brandy. So happy to hear that. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's right. You go by Quits. I forgot. Thank you, Miranda. You're so sweet. I appreciate that. I missed you guys too. I like more than I can even tell you. Um, it's just been heck of a week. Oh, and now my computer's being weird. Okay, don't know why that happened. Anyways, guys, I'm glad you found a new beater. That's awesome. Thanks for joining in, everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful Mother's Day. And I know I already said it at the beginning, but we had a couple of newbies come on, and just take every chance you get to tell your loved ones that you love them. Take every chance you get to love on your loved ones. Life is short, and you don't ever want to have regrets, things left unsaid. Don't ever let, the sun go down with problems between you. Just do all of it. But are we going to do an unboxing? Yes, Beth, we are. I was going to call you right after this. Oh, good. I'm so happy to hear that. Yeah, she'll have to, yes, please invite people in for the group. So, yeah, I was like, wait, Bead Best Bargain Beat Box. Oh no, you meant Beading Besties. Okay. I'm the one who started these acronyms. Oh, the two people that I'm trying to get on. I'm so scattered, you guys. I'm still trying to get my brain right. Sarah Lovecraft, Samantha Latimer, and I'm trying to we're trying to figure out one with Linda, but Linda's on vacation right now. Linda from Gumnut Jewelry. So I have some people in the works. I know that Beth has reached out, so hopefully we will. She sent out an invitation to Lauren from Bargain Beat Box to ask if she would like to come on. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But I hope you guys all had a fantastic Mother's Day. I love you all. I cannot tell you how much you guys saved me this past week, but I'm going to let you go so you can get back to your family. And I will see you all on Wednesday, if not before. We'll see you for the live sale. Like I said, I have a bunch of unboxings to do, so those will be out. And I have projects that are started that I'm going to do a video to finish them. So, anyways, I love you all. I hope that you all have a fantastic week, and I'll see you soon.